I promised some videos on handling conflict, and this is one of them. One of the most important things we need to do is understand how important it is to handle conflict right. Most managers, according to recent research, spend 4 hours a week on average dealing with conflict, which means that most managers probably deal with more and some don't at all. I'd love to look up even more detail on that. But 4 hours a week is still over half a day when they're not doing other stuff. I coach a lot of people online, a lot of execs and managers and people in all sorts of jobs. And you wouldn't believe how many of those conversations are about handling conflict, either between the person I'm coaching and somebody else, or between team members and how they can be mediated. It's really, really important. So here's a really, really important point for us to take away with us. We have usually about 4 goals when we have conflict, okay? We have 4 goals, we don't have one, okay? We have 4. So it's really important to take a step back and think about those 4 goals. The first goal we can call the topic goal. That's the bit we would talk about. Oh, I just want everybody to be quiet so that I can study. I just want to make sure I've got all of the emails in line. I just want to make sure I'm copied in. I just want to make sure that you know that I'm doing this. That's the topic goal, okay? And some topic goals aren't always simple. It's not always one thing. It might be a few things, but often we can articulate it, but we might need to think about that. The second goal is our relational goal. How do I want to be treated? Oh, you keep barging past me, you keep ignoring me, you keep doing, our relational goal, how we want to be treated during this conflict. How do I want to be treated? I want to be listened to. In fact, sometimes that overlaps with the topic goal. Sometimes that is, I just want to be listened to. So there's a relational goal. Thirdly, there's an identity goal. How do I want to be thought of, either after or during? Our identity is really important. And I've done quite a few videos on identity. I will no doubt keep doing them because it is so important. How do we want to be thought of? In fact, often it's our identity goal, i.e. we want to be seen as being reasonable, that prevents us from saying sometimes what we need to say. Now that's a good thing because it means that we might choose to say it in a better way. What we don't want to do is, because of our identity goal, if I don't want to be seen as being awkward, that we don't get a chance to be able to deal with the conflict and we let it sit and fester. That's a bad thing. Okay. And the fourth goal is the process goal. I have a goal about how I want to deal with the conflict. Do we want to sit down quietly? Do we want to have a shouting match? Which I wouldn't recommend, but some people just like that emotional aggression. But those are our 4 goals. Our topic goal, our relational goal, our identity goal, and then our process goal. Now, when we separate those things out, it forces us to slow down when we have conflict. It forces us to say, maybe to the other person, okay, let's stop and just look at what we want to achieve from this. Now, a lot of the time when somebody's highly emotional, they don't think about what they want to achieve. I just want to tell you that you're wrong. I just want to say, you're a plonker. You muppet. And that's just our emotions talking. Very few, and I'm only saying very few because I want to say no conflict ever got resolved that way. But somebody will come up with one maybe. But most conflict does not get resolved by us hurling abuse. It might feel good at the time, but have we achieved all of our goals? We got stuff off our chest, but we haven't achieved all our goals. So stop, think about those goals, and then maybe have a look at some of the other videos I'm doing on how to handle conflict.